When she moved into Swizz and them's house to work on the music with him, he was still married to his wife, living in that same house. And then she moved in while she was cool with the wife. It's plotting to steal her husband to cover up the fact that she's a dyke and she had just got caught beating that girlfriend of hers up down there in Aruba somewhere or something like that.
Since Mashonda was the one sitting on the couch with them, talking about their beautiful blended family, I assumed she was over her ex-husband Swizz Beatz cheating on her with Alicia Keys. However, I was wrong.
I mean, we hang out with each other. We go to dinner together. Our family is one big, beautiful family. We're doing Thanksgiving. We're doing the holidays. We'll do a birthday celebration together. It is a beautiful partnership. I'm very, very proud of that. It's a real thing and it's possible.
People said that Mashonda's love for her ex, husband's kids, and her ability to get along with Alicia were both cool after witnessing these three together. But what people do not like is that they were acting like a happy family with all three of them. After all, Swizz and Alicia both broke that woman's heart. And the Swizz killed our buddy until we parted ways with his inner suffering. The fact that they have reached this point and are trying to mainstream it is ridiculous. Since Swizz left his family by adultery and Alicia was a homewrecker, I think most people find it disgusting that they appear to have this perfect life attitude and relationship.
You never hear nothing bad about Alicia Keys.
Yeah, you do.
What do you
Y'all just don't hear nothing about
it. I thought her record was pretty clean.
No. Not around with Swizz and not breaking up happy homes. Like, people are forgetting when she moved into Swizz and them's house to work on the music with him, he was still married to his wife, living in that same house. And then she moved in while she was cool with the wife. It's plotting to steal her husband to cover up the fact that she's a dyke and she had just got caught beating that girlfriend of hers up down there in Aruba somewhere or something like that.
I cannot understand why they were sitting so close to one another. Was this, however, Mashonda's tactic to keep her enemies and friends close? Rumor has it that she continues to feel that Alicia is a homewrecker for whatever reason. According to reports, she has been vocal about it. Child? Maybe it is because the person she has been protecting for so long is now mature enough? Because it is clear that Mashonda only permitted the insane to go on because of her son with Swizz.
He wanted to know why I couldn't go see him at his dad's, and why can't his dad come over and see his bedroom at our house? It was really a wake-up call. Even if we don't want to for ourselves right now, we have to do it for him because he doesn't deserve it.
I mean, I never thought we would be talking about this complicated love triangle again, yet here we are. So how about we go right in? To give you some insight on how it all started, Alicia and Swizz were both born in New York and were initially introduced by mutual friends when they were teenagers.
Did you know each other before?
Her best friend was a rapper in my class, and she used to always tell me, like, man, you gotta meet Ali, you gotta meet Ali. She's doing music, you doing music. And one day she finally came to pick up from school, and she was like, Swizz, come here, this is Ali, that's what I'm talking about. And I remember her having on a purple Columbia jacket, Tim Scully. I mean, she looked harder than me. I was like, okay, you know. Yeah, so that was the first time. But I didn't get the number at that time. She was playing very hard to get.
Yeah.
But I finished.
According to Alicia Keys, she initially had no desire to interact with Swizz people. She even wrote in her book, More Myself, we ended up in the same circles at various award shows and industry events. He'd usually pull up in some fancy car, rolling deep with his Bronx crew and shining with diamonds. I wanted nothing to do with that scene or with the Swizz. But as fate would have it, they were brought together again years later when they collaborated on a music project in 2008. Which is when Keys began to change her mind about Swizz. Apparently, the more they talked, the more she noticed how his mind worked. And she realized that beyond the baggy jeans and arm tats, there was depth. And he was so aware of what was happening around the world. By the way, those are Alicia's words, not mine. Apparently, they clicked immediately. Additionally, it has been stated that Alicia Keys set herself up to kidnap Swizz because they started dating when Swizz was still married to Mashonda. Yes, I know that no man can be taken. They make the decision to go, but what really got people to pay attention were Alicia's actions. When they started dating secretly, Alicia allegedly made sure the media covered their private moments because she wanted Mashonda to know they were together. In May 2010, Keys and Beatz announced their engagement and the upcoming birth of their first child together. They even got married at a remote home on the Mediterranean Sea the same year. Now, it is pretty clear that these two were dating prior to Mashonda's divorce from Switzerland, and they completely caught her off guard. She actually stated that rather clearly in her open letter to Alicia Keys. According to Mashonda's statement, her open letter was sparked by a post from Alicia Keys' Twitter account, which asked, "In love, is it better to go with the choice that is smart or the choice that has spark?" She said she interpreted the comment as an allusion to Alicia Keys' relationship with her ex and started her letter by saying that after 2 years of attempts to reach Alicia Keys, she's only received constant displays of selfishness and lack of concern to her and her son in return. She was like, "I was a fan of AK's last album. We were both signed to J Records, and I always checked up on her projects. I sang her songs and admired her for creating Superwoman and Karma. I would never deny her her talent. I believed in her until I found out she was possibly sleeping with my husband. The affair was denied by both until it was finally admitted months later. Already I can hear some of you saying, why are you blaming her? You can't make someone leave their wife. You can't break something that's broken." As far as Mashonda could tell, her marriage was still intact when she was a child, and they were even organizing a celebration for their 5th anniversary. When she discovered that her husband was having an affair with Alicia Keys, she was distraught. She also wrote that her concern with Alicia Keys was no longer the fact that she assisted in destroying a family, but that she had the audacity to make those selfish comments about love and wanting to be with someone even after knowing their situation. Then she said, "I feel that after 1.5 years of you hiding this affair and acting like it doesn't exist, that now is the time to confront it since you talk so openly about it now. You have no idea how much pain I was caused by this affair." Mashonda then continued and said, "If you are reading this, Alicia, let me start by saying you know what you did. You know the role you played and you know how you contributed to the ending of my marriage. You know that I asked you to step back and let me handle my family issues that you helped to create. As a woman, I expected so much more from you. I never had intentions on reaching out to you this way, but after reading your tweets tonight and the constant disregard, you left me no choice." She also insisted that her speech was not a publicity stunt. She also stated that her primary concerns were Swizz's relationship with their son and that she was trying to reach a consensus with Alicia. "I just ask that you try to be a bit more realistic and delicate to the situation, at least until my divorce is final. If it is so that you and my husband are meant to be together, then God bless you both, and I hope you never have to deal with what I did. I would not wish it on my worst enemy. If you two being together forever is the case, it's more of a reason for us to get along because I'm not going anywhere. There's a child to be raised. To answer your tweet, choose smart over spark. Sparks burn everyone. Be smart. It's simple, actually. Just think of the shoe being on the other foot. Stay blessed. And let's work this thing out with respect and dignity." Despite her obvious sadness at the time, Mashonda chose to be the stronger one for the sake of her child with Swizz.
You know, I did the work on myself first. I connected more deeply with my son. And then it was time for me to rebuild the relationship with Swizz. And I reached out to him. I said, listen, we need to talk because...
How long had it been that you hadn't
Well, we got divorced in 2010. That first talk was probably around 2011.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's a long time.
It is. It was a good solid year and a half or so.
She even apologized in her 2018 memoir for publicly disparaging Alicia Keys, claiming that her prior behavior was driven by conceit and a desire for acceptance. Furthermore, she said that they realized they could minimize the impact on their children by reducing the conflict they had with one another. Apparently, they even went to therapy together to see how they could just move on from everything and peacefully co-parent the children they have.
I mean, I could just look at Kasim and he was struggling, he was
He's
struggling.
looking at you like,
how's mom?
Yeah.
Is mommy okay with this? It is up to us as parents to make it okay.
Right.
And I wanted his soul to be okay with it. And I told him, go sit. It's okay.
Were you okay though?
I wasn't okay.
You were not okay.
No, because I mean, come on. I'm human. I'm a woman.
Yes.
It's not 100% natural to be okay with it until everyone is fully healed.
Yeah.
And at that stage, I was.
Mashonda has also talked about how she and Alicia now get along well as co-parents in numerous interviews. In one instance, for instance, she stated, "We still kid each other with, I'm so proud of us. We literally end almost every meeting, every interaction with, I'm so proud of us. We love each other and we express that to each other. I know that sounds like kumbaya, but we're really proud of each other because we look around the world and we see the total opposite, and we know what we came from and we understand our purpose. Our purpose is being able to give our children a positive legacy. We don't want to be old and gray and having them look at us like you guys went through some awful stuff and you never fixed it. We want them to be like, wow, our parents are real human beings and they went through some tough things, but they fixed it and they made it really good for us. That's our purpose." She still has some emotional link to Alicia Keys for allegedly robbing her ex-husband, and many would tell you that she was just trying to portray a bigger image. Alicia is the object of criticism nevertheless, as she was the one who found herself in a challenging circumstance. Some have claimed that Swizz had already cheated on Mashonda with several women. I find it incomprehensible that Alicia is subjected to half as much harassment as Swizz. The title of the homework also affected Alicia's career. Additionally, I am not sure if Mashonda has ceased playing the optimum blend narrative because her son is now much older, but I would be extremely curious to know what you think. You think she just tolerated it for her child? Does Alicia deserve to be the target of all the hate? Is it too late for Mashonda to show her actual emotions? Let me know in the comments section below.